Okay. Hello, everyone. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna do something. We're gonna open up Sea Lion. We're gonna do the intro, not the intro, but like the starting screen thing. No, not my license. No, I can't start up my Hopefully I can just run it. Oh no. Oh no. Never mind, I can't compile and run my Sea Lion project. What's going on, Varmensky? Hopefully you're doing well today. Hopefully this evening's treating you well. We're just getting started right now. I was gonna do my startup thing, but I haven't used. I've been just testing out Sea Lion. But apparently my free trial has expired, so I thought it was free for non-commercial use, but I guess not. Anyways, now we're going to be resuming on where we last left off with the audio setup stuff. Off stream, I have concocted the sound effects for it, so now it's just a matter of just hooking it up. I'm gonna put on some music in the background. We'll start the stream with a little bit of high energy, and then we're gonna start simmering down afterwards. I've been addicted to this song from Mr. Asyu. Super great sounding. So maybe not the most relaxing thing, but it's okay. It's just a little treat for the beginning for myself. So yeah, we've been killing it, dude. We've been killing it, man. I feel like we've been really productive lately. So, we fixed the relative buttons. We made the toggles, we haven't added the toggle for this, but that's fine. We fixed the coins, the fixed incorrect audio levels. We wrote our own config system last stream. We did that the stream before that one. And then we fixed the stacks, and then we actually added this, we need to finish this, but that's like mostly done. I'm doing well. How about you? I'm doing pretty good, man. I'm doing pretty good. I'm very happy with our first week back from vacation and trying to be a bit productive. So, I want to get this game done already, man, and move on to other projects. But I want to do it right. I want to make something that actually feels good and is of good quality, so it's alright. Okay. In this stream, we haven't, today we haven't accidentally duplicated vertical, so we're actually just using the correct thing. But yeah, this is the thing we were doing last time, which is adding a countdown warning, which we're adding here. And I think we're actually doing this, a 30 seconds and then a 10-second countdown. So it's mostly implemented, but we actually have to hook up the audio effects and all the visual stuff, so we're gonna deal with that in a second. This song is so freaking good, man. Okay. Alright, that's enough for that. Alright, let's get back to it now. Let's get back to actual development. So yeah, we're gonna finish this up. So I already have the two sound effects here for when we're at halftime and when we're at end time. So now I just need to hook them in and play them. I updated our resource names here, and then now it's just a matter of updating our little warnings here to actually play the sound effect. And I also updated the way we handle colors, so I'm hoping this fixes things, but if not, we have to modify the shader a little bit today. That's alright, we can fix some shader stuff. Let me make sure I set this though. And this will be the halftime warning, so I'm pretty sure I made these static, which means I actually have to mark them as static. Or I should mark them as static. Nice, I'm making a 2D plane game, but I have no audio in mind yet. Also, what software do you use? And it's free because I'm in college and I don't have lots of money. I have Visual Studio Code. So, depending on what you're doing, you probably want to use Microsoft Visual Studio. Not Code, just Visual Studio. It's an IDE. It'll be particularly helpful if you're doing C++ stuff or C# stuff within Unity. I'm not using that. I'm using Writer. It is a paid IDE, but I'm pretty sure they gotta have some student stuff. Or I think they have some free. They make it free for non-commercial use, which, if you're in academia, if you're learning stuff, that might be a good deal. That might be the way. I don't know how we're going to do for volume. Maybe I'm going to just set to 0.8 or something. And then for the warning of 10 seconds, we're going to do the end time warning. It sounds very apocalyptic. It's the last 10 seconds and it's going to be warning you that, hey dude, your play session's about to end. Better get them high scores, buddy. And then we're going to do the same fading out stuff here. But we need to have these variables marked here, don't we? Yeah, we do. Okay, let's see if this works. Oh, chat disconnected. Please wait while we reconnect you. What's happening with Vertical Stream? I think it's all free, but I think it's gonna try to sell me a subscription. No, it's not. It's usually just free. I think the C-Line thing, maybe I started with, I don't know, I have to check what's going on there, but, no, writers are really, like, it's really popular. Everyone loves, or at least the majority of people, like, let's just say it's very popular within a bunch of different like fields in programming. Like they make really, really good IDEs. So I think it's worth picking it up and giving it a try. Hey, what's going on, Tamirka? It's good to see you. Hopefully all is well. I don't know why YouTube is like disconnecting and reconnecting chat. It's being weird. Hopefully you're doing well, Tamirka, on this fine evening or morning or wherever you are. That should be good. So we're waiting for a duration of if this is the it's the halftime warning, and this is gonna be the end time warning. So this is going to be up in 0.2 seconds. It'll be kind of cool if this pulsates like every single second. Let's just try this out and see how it works. And hopefully, now that we have our own config, it should just run perfectly. Runtime Ranger, what's going on? How you doing today? What is happening? That's not right. That's not right at all. Okay, we're doing something wrong here. Yeah, it was not happy. So last frame time equals elapsed. I don't know why you're using last frame time. We should just be saying, hey dude, if elapsed seconds is greater than 30 seconds and halftime second one. Is done. We mark this as true, yada yada yada. Just making sure this logic checks out. Elapsed second should be incrementing upwards. How's the CRT treating you? It's treating me pretty good, cool, Beku. I'm enjoying it. I've been using it for a long while. It's been treating me pretty good. Hopefully, you keep kicking for a long time, buddy. Nice being here again. Good content. Thank you, Da. I appreciate it, man. Yeah, I know these streams are much more focused on just getting this game done, dude, but at some point I want to do some more educational stuff again. I actually feel like there's a lot of good knowledge that I wish I had when I was younger. That I should just drop. Most advice I give just happens impromptu while we're working, but it'd be nice to drop some little factoids. Ah, here's the issue. Here's the issue. And it is because we don't send end time warning done to true. I'm assuming that's the case. Elapsed seconds. It wouldn't quite make sense, honestly, but and we set the audio clip, we play it once. We don't play it multiple times. Yeah, here we do the same thing. Okay, let's see if it works out. Do you know why I love and respect you so much? I mean, that's how I praise Zeke. But I'm curious, so by all means. Mind-boggling how good you're at this stuff. Thank you, Mel. I mean, I say this quite a bit too, but like, this stuff is not what I'm doing. It seems very crazy, but simple things like just learning some Vim motions will make you appear. Not even appear. It just makes manipulating code and navigating and doing stuff so much more fast and fun and interactive. I really enjoy it. Yeah, we're not doing this anymore. Okay, we're gonna actually test this out. That's what we're doing, right? Let's see. Oh, I have things backwards. The counter is starting from 60 and counting downwards. So in reality, I should be doing this. So we start at 60, and if we reach here, then we're doing that, and then if we reach the 10-second timer, then we're gonna start that sound effect. And I don't like how low it is, so I might actually increase it a little bit. A little skosh. Maybe I'll make like a... and replace this with volume. Okay, here we go. Okay, let's see if this works out better. Humble and don't hold back information from your followers. Oh, I appreciate it, man. And yeah, honestly, dude, that's the cool thing about programming culture is that, like, there's, especially open source, right? Is that, you know, by the very nature, you're just supplying the information out for people. It's amazing how many great, useful, and powerful tools we have that someone could have charged a ton of money for, or made it a subscription model or something. But no, cool programmers go, hey, not only am I giving this program to you for free, but also I'm giving you the source code. All this work I've done, you can just see it and use it and do whatever you want with it. And I think that's really sick. And I know I've benefited so much from people being super forthcoming about just information, dropping knowledge on me, so I feel like I should do more of that. Which is why I'm kind of I've been talking about probably releasing the source code for this alongside the game. I was going to Annex. Hey man, just wanted to say love the cozy atmosphere. It's very relaxing. Hope you don't mind me asking. Just genuinely curious, not software dev here. Is it still worth manually coding today? I think it very much is. Here's the thing, right? You learn by doing. I know there's people who want to go on this, who may want to argue that no, you can just theoretically learn about coding and all these different things, but you're not going to actually know it. You can draw diagrams on paper all you want, but until you spend time actually writing and making architectural decisions and seeing how they play out in the wild, you're not going to cultivate wisdom, which is very important. You can have a bunch of knowledge, but wisdom is what cuts through that. And you only cultivate that by actually coding. If you use agentic stuff, sure, it can produce some pretty cool things, but you're going to have no knowledge about it. And by extension, you're not going to have understanding or experience. So how can you build up wisdom without knowledge or understanding of what's been generated? You know? If you don't have the skill set to program, how can you audit what's been produced by an agent? Right? It's like, you not knowing any calculus or something, and then someone produces this crazy expression or solution, and they say, okay, I produce this for you, now you check it. Well, I'm not qualified to I'm not qualified. I don't know what a derivative is, so I can't assess your work for how good or bad it is. And that's kind of how it is with this program and stuff. So I highly recommend just programming manually. It's crazy that's a phrase nowadays, but that's a thing. Highly recommend you do it. Black Magic, I'm just working on a game, Takabi. It's a little bit of coding, a little bit of debugging here. I'm pretty sure this should be fixed now, but we're going to check it out. So hopefully this should have recompiled. I'm going to re-import. Do I need to cut my keyboard in half to become a coder? Nah, you don't have to. This is just for fun. I mean, also, it helped out with my carpal tunnel, but I don't know. I stopped bringing this to work. I just use a laptop keyboard nowadays. And I've been pretty fine. But when I'm at home... Okay, let's see. So once this turns to 30 seconds, it should play a sound effect. Let's wait for it. 30 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Cool, and that's your warning that, hey, you're at the halfway point. That you have half the amount of time you need to get to the end of the level. Now let's see if it gets to the 10-second countdown. 4, 3, 2. That works pretty well, dude. That works actually really well, dude. I am very happy with how that turned out, actually. Let me just save this. Push to... Dude, you're so cool. Thank you, Chosen Juan. I'm sorry that makes you a little mad, but hey, here's the thing, right? You can get to this point too, man. Honestly, like, for you guys, it may seem what I'm doing is crazy, but that's because you're like an outside observer to this code base and to this stuff and how I'm navigating stuff. But if you write your own code, you're just inherently going to be way more familiar with your own code base. And by extension, right, or I don't know, the opposite is that you could be super familiar with your code base, and if I was watching you manipulate it, I'd be like, I have no idea what you're doing, but you seem like a genius, dude. That's part of it. Code base familiarity and just familiarity with language, which you just get with time. And then the other part is just like the Vim motions and also having my OS configured the way I want it to. That also helps out with being able to navigate things quickly, but like I said, man, it's actually not that bad. Okay, so let's go back to our little to-do list. Our countdown warning is actually working correctly. I'm very happy with that. I think I'm gonna try doing the A/B testing thing, so I'm gonna implement this toggle here. You also need to do the streak awarding thing, which we're gonna figure out what we're gonna do there. Yo, what's going on, Ricky? Started making a text-based game with 3D scenes for fun. Hey, I don't plan on game deving for a living, but I saw one of your live streams and I got inspired. Thanks for that. Dude, I appreciate it. Thank you, man. I'm glad that I encouraged you to just do it. Here's the thing, right? Like, not all of your hobbies have to be commercial products. Not everything has to be like for a specific end goal. You can just do fun, technical things just for the joy of it. You can just create stuff, man. It's fun, dude. Heck, even with this, even though I'm intending to sell this, I'm not trying to like quit my day job or something. We're just doing it for the love of the game, man. 'Cause there's a bunch of ideas and I just want to get them out. Hey, but if you ever get some stuff you want to show from that ASCII game, feel free to do it, dude. I always appreciate ASCII-based games, especially ones that are actually in terminal. They're super cool. Not Glock, clock. Okay, so we're not doing this get bonus thing either. Don't need that. This is also not really needed, so you can hide that. Oh, interesting. What's this disposable? What is this? Okay, so pause for you to do that. Okay, so this actually handles the increment. Let me just rename it to like timer. Something I can just understand at a glance. And then player controller is where I was doing stuff, if I'm not mistaken. Is coding like language? Like, are there other ways to code based on the coder? Yeah, there is, Takabi. Hopefully I'm pronouncing your name correctly. But yeah, language, like coding languages have different. So you have like levels to it, right? One second, let me actually fix my camera. We're gonna go in here. Actually, I think I have something around here. Yeah. So like languages, there's different paradigms, right? I think this is how you spell paradigms. I don't know. In programming, these are just ideas about how code should be structured, or not even structuring code specifically, right? But how logic should be handled and responsibilities and ownerships and whatnot, right? And these are just ideas. They're not a specific language. So like there's the common things like object-oriented. or things like functional programming, or things like reactive extensions and data-oriented or whatever, right? Yeah, data-oriented is kind of, I don't know, whatever. You have paradigms, and these are ideas, right? And then you have languages, and sometimes they'll like attach themselves to one paradigm. Sometimes they'll like allow themselves to support multiple paradigms. So like C# is very much a OOP language, but there are some things that allow you to do some functional programming language things as well. So already with like a language, you can do different paradigms. Even C#, you can do like reactive extensions as well. So like, so yeah, a language can support multiple paradigms. And then even beyond that, even within like a single specific paradigm, people have different styles of how they architect stuff, right? There's different ways of dealing with problems that can emerge. So you can go through a code base, and sometimes you can kind of get a feel for, oh, this is probably this dude's code, because like, I don't know, he's doing some crazy factory structure thing. But yeah. So yeah, there's a lot of expression within there. And then the thing though is that unlike languages, like human languages, natural languages, where differences aren't inherently better or worse, there is measurable differences and trade-offs between these different paradigms that people employ. Some people want to be focused on just making a program as easy for the human as possible. That oftentimes comes at a cost of like the actual speed of your program. Other times people are willing to like move towards the computer and structure themselves around how the computer operates, but you get faster programs with less memory, a bunch of stuff like that. So there's different trade-offs that happen there, but yeah, there's definitely a lot of expression that can happen within languages. Let's go on Bone Circuit. Once you like a language, try it and make a quine in that language. What's a quine? I'm trying new stuff with Panda 3D. Sick. But I started with ASCII. Yes, ASCII's sick. That's where I started, honestly. Of course, Takabe. Yep. Of course, my pleasure to explain this kind of stuff. So we're in the player controller. Right, we're gonna do some A/B testing. So I want to have a way to enable this toggle. Yeah, that's a thing. Okay, so we have a button now for this toggle. And what are we going to do? We're going to do a mobile setup. I know we do the correction somewhere. Yeah, honestly I have to do like programming in my spare time too, to actually just not wither away at programming. Now where do we do the button? Ah, here we go. No. Is on state. So if it's on, we're going to do this vertical parent positioning thing. Otherwise, we need to cache the initial position for the parent. Yeah, we should probably do that. Okay, so we cache it. And then down here, we do cool. And that should just work. Fantastic. Okay, now we have to add the toggle to the pause, and now I should be able to test this with people in the builds. Just need to find where the pause UI is. Here we go. Why are we being weird? Here we go. UI, toggle, and AB toggle. That's all it's gonna be. Should have done this from the jump, but whatever. That's how you learn, right? Okay, I'm gonna make it big and obnoxious, and we're gonna call this label is gonna be AB. Cool. Let's turn it on and let's see. A program that prints a copy of its own source. It's a Godot way to test, or a go-to way to test if you know the language you like the most. Really? I've never heard of this. I've never heard of that for like testing out languages. Where are we going here? Right, I need to put this in the correct place. And it's a player controller, so we have to actually go to the player. Right. Where is the player? Nope. These levels. Do I not know where the player is? Oh, you're here. There you go. Right, okay. Yeah, I'm not gonna hunt through that. Okay, we did. Cool. Okay, let's try this out now. What's going on, OGM Megs? Before I get to sleep, I wanted to mention your Discord link is dead on YouTube. Did you have one or plan to have one again? Oh yeah, we do. That's weird that it's not working. Here. Let's see here. 1 second. That's annoying. I have to fix that. Let me make a new YouTube link or Discord link. Open your browser. I need to start doing dev updates in there again. But hey, we're coming out of retirement. We're coming out of vacation. Invite to server. Nope. Edit. Never. No limits. Generate a link. Copy. And paste. Here you go, guys. Here goes your Discord link. And I'll update the channel stuff later. I also need to update the website because I want to have the dev updates also be on there. But I haven't touched the website in like forever, so hopefully the link in the website still works. Invite invalid. Oof. Okay. We're gonna have to fix that. That's alright. Do those red switches all control different things? Which, oh, you're talking about these? Yeah. These supply powers for different things. So like power for the audio mixer, power for my my monitor, power for my speakers here. So like I can turn these on and the speaker will, I'm not sure if you saw the light pop on for a second. Sorry about that. We keep the speakers off because we don't want to have feedback, but yeah, super duper convenient. I love these. I got them from like Guitar Center a long time ago. Very, very convenient. Highly recommend. So, cool. Let's test this out again. So right now, it's toggled on. I'm not seeing the on-screen buttons. Oh, the pause menu's on. I forgot to turn it off. That's probably an issue. Cool. And let's illustrate... I don't know. Let's just see if this works. Me, relax. You, Code Gabe. Yes. Very good. Very, very good. Makes me happy. Me happy. Okay, so now we're having the relative buttons. I'm not sure if you can see it, but there's invisible buttons that are now oriented around the player's position. And now if I turn the toggle off, now the buttons don't move around with the player. Beautiful. Precisely what the doctor ordered. I have to edit this level. Oh my goodness, dude. The warning is actually working. Like, it's reminding me, oh, there's time. There's time is running out, dude. I should probably gas it, dude. And then can we get to the I need to change the Z order though. I need to make some new music too for the game overview, but we're getting there, dude. We're getting there. I'm very happy with that. Okay, bam. Another thing checked off. We made the relative fixed stuff. Very nice. I have to make some decisions about how we're going to do with the streak bonus thing, so I think we'll deal with that. Maybe we'll do some shader stuff today too, and make the... Oh, actually we have to do some shader stuff because the image isn't looking correct, so we have to go to that shader. Yeah, sprite sheet shader. We have this color thing, but I don't think we're actually compositing it. Or, yeah, we just have color and that's it. We're not multiplying it by this. We should multiply it by color. And that should just be all. That should fix the issues. Let me... So now that timer should turn red when it does that warning. I have a CyberPower CP1500 PFC LCD UPS to deliver power to my setup, but maybe I'll just power network equipment with it and switch to one of those for everything else. I don't know, I guess what's more critical? I honestly have a UPS, but I just plug my computer and stuff into it. But and my router, but I don't think it's actually that critical. Oh, maybe it is. It's very convenient though. I gotta say, if you guys don't have a UPS, definitely get one. We've been having power outages and it's been super convenient to be like, hey, we got this bad boy's got 4 hours. We still have internet while... Yeah, look at it, it's red now. Beautiful. Let me move the timer. Let's move the timer. Where's the timer? Timer in progress. Timer's gonna be in front of the progress. Okay. I need to make the audio louder too for the warning, but I think it's fine. With curves, waves, and noise for that Vader's game, F1 toggles it. Oh, interesting. I need to try it out. Actually, I need to write some CRT shaders at some point. It's gonna be very weird because we're gonna be writing a CRT shader on a CRT, so I'm not sure how well that's gonna work, but I did it before. The CRT shader I wrote a long time ago, though, I'm not very happy with. I need to rewrite it. Come on. Nice. Okay, cool. I'm very happy with that. So another thing we need to do, actually no, let's address this point. We'll deal with this on paper first, and then we'll deal with this. Who's gonna take responsibility for... I don't want the UI to actually mutate data. So I guess we're gonna have the pickup do the mutation. Because it's keeping track of streaks. So here's where the streak stack happens. Yeah, we need to do something with this. We publish this pickup get coins and we indicate the streak stack, but there's nothing indicating if we got a new stack, and then we should like do a fancy effect, right? So maybe we should add a this cleared stack or filled stack. Okay, cool. And if we go back down here on coin pickup, cool. We have to start off with a false value. Nice. If you go back to the game view, we can have it respond to this now. This game view is like getting kind of chunky. Might have to break it up at some point, but we'll deal with that when we cross that bridge. I used to game competitively at a level where I had failover for the power and network. Now I just need the Wi-Fi to stream shows to my Wi-Fi. Okay. Which is why you're considering that change, I'm assuming. That's crazy. I remember used to being a competitive gamer. What kind of competitive gaming did you do? I used to be into fighting games and stuff like that. I left those days behind me though, because they were stressing me out. My leisure hobby should not be stressing me out. I want to be just chill, dude. Which is why we're programming. Programming is the most relaxed endeavor in the world, right? Super relaxed. Nothing bad happens in programming. There's never negative consequences for your decisions that you make that will impact everyone forever and ever. And coin update. Okay, so we're doing the coin update here. I almost want this to be a async thing and make this a unitask. And we're gonna do two. This is like so bad. This might actually be a bad decision. We're doing a turducken of observability. But this needs to have input, don't you? Yeah, this is feeling kind of sus. So if we pick up a coin, we're gonna start this uni task. But we need to like be able to interrupt it, which means we need to save it actually. Disposable. Here we go. So we need to be able to interrupt this thing. So we're gonna do, now that we have it added to a disposable, we're gonna try disposing of it, and then we're gonna explicitly set it to. I'm sorry, what? Why are you mad at me? Oh, because you're not, it's supposed to be a code block. Now we're happy. I don't think we have to set it to null, actually, but... yeah, I think it should be fine, actually. So we dispose, and then we interrupt it with... we interrupt it and substitute it with our own update. Splendid. And then now we can just do all the things we want to do here. Cool. What's going on here? Team Hero Shooters, RXS, Rainbow Six Siege, Overwatch mainly. Oh, sick. Hello there. What's going on, Garkin? You know, I never tried Overwatch, but then I gave it a try a while ago, and for that week I was like, oh, this is actually pretty fun, I'm enjoying it. And then Marvel Rivals dropped. and then all of a sudden everything in Fortnite just kind of like, or not Fortnite, and Overwatch just kind of died off. And I was like, oh, all my friends in this other thing. I don't even want to download it, honestly. I know Marvel Rivals looks cool and everything, but I was like, nah, we're just done. So that 1 week or two of playing Overwatch is pretty cool, and we went GG's. Quake and Quake derivatives, okay. Warsaw was one of the favorites because they added parkour. Oh, that's pretty sick. I feel like a very uncultured swine. I've never played Quake. I know, guys. I know. I hear very high praises for it. Somehow I've never tried it out. That's sick though, dude. Is it like Mirror's Edge type parkour? Or is it like Krunker style parkour where you can just like do some crazy tech and have some crazy movement and bounce off walls and stuff? Okay, so we have this coin update. We have to do some stuff. I'm honestly gonna just capture some of the message here. So what are we gonna do? What's our design? So to play I should make a sound effect for when you complete a new stack. That would be pretty fun. How are you even allowed to type video game code without playing Quake? I don't know, man. The programming police fell asleep on me. I had a very good, convincing fake ID for the game development police. What can I say? Okay. Right. Let me go to pickup. Actually, no, it should be public. No. What did I just open there? Yeah, these are private. Nope. We're gonna change this. And then maybe we'll just do like some kind of vector lerping. We're doing something though. We're setting the integers here for the up display, but oh, are we continuously lerping this back down to 1? Is that what's going on here? Are we doing this in update? Yeah, we're doing the street count transform to... Okay, cool. Okay. Then that means... Oh, we have to have some kind of visual for the new stack count for like how much we have going on here. We can make this a very verbose statement, which is already kind of verbose right now. I don't want to do this. We're going to have some visual... Whatever, I'm going to deal with the actual rewarding thing. Calculating the bonus. Where's on... That's on coin count update. Where's on streak end? Here we go. Do you include... There's data you're not including, aren't you? Streak count stacks. Oh, you are included. Very nice. And we're going to make this a unitask as well at some point, but we'll deal with that later. We're going to do... Oh, we have to modify the score for this bonus, which is almost making me believe I shouldn't even... This should just be handling representation. The actual data modification should be happening elsewhere. Who else is listening for pickup coins? There's game view, there's shop. Pickups get coin. Oh, so this is where we handle this. Okay, cool. This is actually perfect. Then we can listen for... Okay, very nice. Finally back. What's going on with the wind guy? Glad to have you here. Virtual cop van on the way. You need a light gun for those guys. It's gonna be like this, the Scott Pilgrim vegan police, except it's the Quake police. Alright, what we got going on here? Stacks. Times. What are we gonna do? Times. Yeah, so for every single stack, you're gonna get like, I don't know, maybe 10 extra coins or something, or maybe 20 extra coins. Okay, cool. So the number of stacks you've stacked up times the bonus. Cool. I'm good with that. And then I think maybe we'll do like Is this gonna upgrade? Is this going to, current balance? Because this is modifying the data that's going to be saved, but I also need a... There's going to be a divergence between what's visually shown and what's actually on the back. So even though it's showing the full awarded, like 10 coins, let's say, I want to have an effect where it starts incrementing over time. Like, you're playing, the stack, your streak ends, and then it's just going to go adding those 10 coins to the UI. And it can't be instantaneous. So yeah, let's see what we're gonna do here. Honestly, I might refactor some of this stuff, like or just move it somewhere else, because it's starting to become a little bit gnarly to navigate. Like, look at all this going on here. That's kind of a lot. Okay, if we're gonna do the effect I have in mind, I'm gonna have to have like an array. How are we gonna do this? Are we gonna have like a pool of like, because theoretically you can have like an infinite amount of coins. Okay, and then, like, theoretically speaking, right? For your bonus, it can be any number of sizes. There's no hard limitation on it. Practically, there is, because of how level generation is going to work. But if I'm going to have this effect of like coins moving up to well, I guess we can do like a certain throughput of coins per second, and we only have to allocate that amount of coins so that once they get to their destination, they get added back to the pool, and we can pull from them and then do the whole UI rendering stuff. So I guess we can do it that way. Now the question is, how do I want to do that mechanism of pooling my coins? I have an inbuilt object pooling system I made a while ago. I can use that. Or I can just like, I don't know. It feels like overkill to use that object pooling system. Oh my goodness, what happened? What did I just do? How many? Okay. I mean, since we know the throughput of this, we can make a unitask. We can iterate through the entirety of the coins. So it can like, but then it would be in spurts. Yeah, if I want to have it to be fluid, I think I should actually use that object pooling system. Which is such overkill, dude. Ugh. I don't know. If you're targeting super small device, a pooling system for sure. Yeah. Yeah, so I want this game to be able to run consistently well on this $40 phone. So I've been making a lot of decisions to really squeeze out some perf here and there. Yeah. Okay, screw it. We're gonna do it. We're gonna have to like... object pooling module. Equals no, what am I doing? Okay, cool. So now we have this, and now we have to like register this within the FNF application. I really don't want to make a prefab, so we're going to just do the object construction thing and hope for the best. Just hope that everything works out honky-dory and everyone's happy and glad. Where do we do our object pool? Okay, cool. So we need to add a we have to make a whole component for it too. Okay. This is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna make a coin or a game visual or game UI utilities class. That's what we're gonna do. Where's the folder? I know there's like a gameplay. Okay, cool. It's gonna be called UI. Okay, rad. You're not gonna be recognized here. Come on, I believe in you. Are you not searching the file directory? You can do, I believe in you. You can do it. Oh, you're killing me. Okay, whatever. Am I crazy? Did I not name it game UI utilities.cs? I did. I'm not crazy. You're not gonna make me think I'm crazy. You're crazy. There you go. Utilities. Okay, cool. And then we're gonna have something for oh yeah, you can't define mono behaviors in the file like this. Ah, you're tearing me apart. Mono behaviors don't like that. Whatever. Okay, at this point, like, I shouldn't even use, like, I was gonna make a general, maybe there's still a need for a general UI thing, but coin visual. Space madness, yeah, dude. I feel like I'm having that. I was going mad yesterday. Not only with the the player prep stuff, but also like or the file system thing for a second, but also the fact that I had 2 vertical streams going on is kind of, it's not great. It's not, that doesn't indicate that things are hunky-dory. So that should change the file. You can make you a class, and then I can extend poolable object. No, not bullet poolable object, just poolable object. Yes. Thank you. And then we have a static creation function for it, which should be good enough. And then there should really be nothing beyond that. I don't think there's any abstract members that don't handle what I needed to do, so finally we just do static function that's going to produce a coin visuals. We're going to do, actually we're going to do game object. Assuming you're mad because I'm not using Unity Engine. Yeah, there we go. And okay, cool. That's honestly all we really need is this and then this, and we're just kind of good to go. And of course you have to add the component as well, which is going to be coin visuals, which is a generic parameter. You can return that. And yay, life is happy again. And we can go to FNF application. We can go to here. And we're going to pass in the function pointer. We're going to create, I don't know, let's do like in a single second, like maybe we at most like need 15 instances at any given point. And why are you mad at me? I'm doing what I give you instance count, and then I give you a function for creating it. This is a static. Oh, this needs to return a game object. Whoops. Okay, and now we're happy. We have our coin visuals object pool. Life is good, man. We're gonna see. What software do you use? I use Writer, Unity Engine, for game development or Unity development. I use Git. Git's great. I use CLion. I use Vim. I'm using Ubuntu. I'm using a bunch of stuff. I think I have a command here though. Or maybe just tools. Something like that. Heart front, heart back. Okay. This is not the end of it though, because we need to actually have we need to provide your new file. Or sprite. Coin. This might be, honestly, this whole thing I'm doing might be a distraction. Because you get a streak, and then you see all these coins popping up into your, it's going to be blocking. I don't know, maybe this might be a bad idea. This is the cost, right? Of iterating. You implement things that may not actually be in the game. Oh well. Perfect static texture 2D. Okay, very nice. Whoops. Okay, cool. We should be good there. Move the location they fire to for other effects. Yeah. I mean, this might be just a general nice visual, just... It doesn't have to be coins, it could be other stuff too. I don't know, we'll see. I use Krita for... Yeah, Krita's fantastic, that's what I use as well. I used to use Clip Paint Studio, but ever since I moved to Linux, I didn't want to bother with it. And I've been using Krita, and honestly, I actually like Krita more than Clip Studio Paint. It's actually pretty dang nice. There's a lot of quality of life stuff, especially for games that Krita has that Clip Studio Paint just doesn't. Is bro coding on a CRT? Yeah, we are, man. We're coding on a bona fide, real deal CRT. It's the real thing, man. Look at that bad boy. Look at that. Bam. Bam. Isn't that cool just seeing that the text like wiggle in? Okay, I'm sorry, buddy. I'm not going to make you work harder than you have to. Isn't modified at all? Yeah, it's real. It's real TV. Unmodified. Straight from the 80s. Yeah, it wasn't expensive. It was like $40, I think, $50. The converter for it, for like HDMI to RC component, was like $20, or no, it was like $15 or $12. It wasn't that expensive at all. Yeah, you'd be surprised how cheap it actually is to use old tech. Okay. I'm debating, because maybe we might use this for other screen space effects. But for now, this is fine. So, we have our pool, and then we're going to do our on coin update, no. No, non-exit, non-retry. Though on, there's things that need to happen. We need to disable the button states so you can't hit it multiple times. That's a bug that's been happening. How do we want to do this? We can either just disable the game object. I know there should be a way to like make a button not interactable. But maybe I just do game object dot deactivate. False for simplicity. I think we just reload the entire level, so like it was the laziest thing to do, but it works, so whatever. Makes it look as good as an OLED. Yeah, it's actually pretty dang decent. I think we're gonna do some gaming today, guys. I think we might play some I'm not sure, maybe I'll try playing some Psychonauts and start the gameplay thing. Or maybe I'll play some Warframe or something. I was getting into it a long time ago, and then I just stopped. Like, I played it for a week, and then enjoyed it, but then just stopped. But maybe we just pick back up, or Maybe just do some more of the finals. Or the most nuclear option is going back to RuneScape and continuing on grinding there. Your whole setup is giving AI? Well, it's not barely. It's unfortunate that happens, but no, this is a real physical, like, set. I'm a person. I'm a human being. I have cups here. I have this flute from Guatemala. I also have these mice from the 80s. This is my credential. I don't know. What can I do though? Barely. What can I do? Because this is not the first time people brought that up. So what can I do to like make this seem less AI? Is that Swayer i3? I'm using i3 Timid. Also, what's going on, G-Man? The G-Man. Do you have any videos of this game posted anywhere? Yeah, I have it on the Instagram and on the channel too. There's some shorts. I have a bunch of shorts with that. Yeah, I can actually. Oh, I think there's compile errors. We're gonna fix the compile errors, and then you're gonna see some gameplay. I think it's your light. All these lights. Is it this what's doing it? Or perchance this blue light here? Like a lo-fi stream atmosphere. Let's go, dude. Looks sick. Thank you, Zero Time. I'm glad you dig it. Pen and paper with a camera on it would be more organic. Do you have a full-time job? I do have a full-time job, Nugs. I do. This is what I do on my spare time for fun. I was doing something, wasn't I? This is the audio class. We're not dealing with that. We're not dealing with level generators. We're not dealing with the shader. We're not dealing with the FNF application. We're not dealing with the config anymore. Which, by the way, I'm actually really happy we wrote our own config, so thank you, Bone Circuit, for that little nudge. We're not dealing with the laser. We're dealing with the game view UI. Here we go. And I'm looking for something. What am I looking for? What am I looking for? On Streak End, I believe. Yeah, why are you up here? This is like a terrible place for you to be. You don't belong here. You don't belong here. You belong here. This is the most relevant place for you. And this is where all the things are going to happen. So now you're going to be async. You're going to be a unitask. And we're going to do stuff. It's going to be equal to streak or stacks. No. Stack times, what is it? Shop data dot, I don't know where it is. It's somewhere. I know that much. Is it shop data or is it shop? I think it's shop data. Maybe I just made it private or something. Let me catch up in chat real quick. What's your job if you don't mind me asking? I'm just a software developer. I do software development for my day job. Yeah, that's all I do. How do you find time to do this? Well, it's a very easy life hack, all right? It's you know, Right now, I'm a single dude, no kids. Have nieces I take care of, but even then. And yeah, man, I don't hang out with the boys. I mean, sometimes I go on vacation, hang out with the fellas and stuff, but I don't know, man. I just do this for fun, dude. I'm not on TikTok or none of that stuff. We just go here, man. The only scrolling I do is scrolling down my text buffer. How to code like this? Over time, man. Zip zero, just over time. You used to stack a stack of hex paper for mapping address, but also for converting sprite data to hexadecimal. Dude, that's crazy. Full stack? Nah. I work within a very specific industry, doing very specific stuff. Not very. It's kind of specific. Okay, I know I created something. Is it shop data UI item? Is it shop view? What is it? I know it's shop something. No. Okay, I know how we're gonna fix this. We just go here, look at usages. It's gonna be within shop data. I made you private, that's why. So I was right the first time. Time stack bonus. Yeah, I mean, part of me like grinding as hard as I do too is that like I have a lot of ideas I want to get out there, a lot of things I want to make, and I know. I mean, ideally, if I one day settle down and find a Mrs. Cozy, right, that she would understand that I still want to just do this kind of work, but you know, I recognize that like I'm not gonna be able to work to the same degree that I do right now. Total count. Okay, cool. Oh, you know what? This is gonna be weird. Because we can pull these objects from here, but each tag we also have to manage them as well. So like, I don't know. Maybe we'll do like maybe we could do a stack out. Like maybe we could do a span of coin visuals. Ooh, love to do this. I don't think it's not gonna work as well though. So I think this is not gonna work for this type. Pretty sure. Yep. It's managed. There's no point in doing that. Okay, I guess the next best thing I can do is like create a one allocation of this. I mean, it's not an allocation, it's just a bunch of pointers, but whatever. We'll be sloppy. We're just gonna do this. Call it a day. We'll deal with performance later when we do profiling, and we'll try to see how much of a problem GC pressure is. I'm hoping GC pressure isn't as big, but you never know. Little things add up. Sup, Cozy? What's going on, Jocko? My brain capacity? Nah, dude, this used to be beyond my brain capacity as well. Like, you didn't, for like 8 years, I've been programming for 15 years, and what I'm doing right now would have blown the brain out of like me for the first 8 to like 10 years of my programming journey. Like, everything I'm doing now would have been beyond me. So yeah, don't Honestly, it does take time and effort, but you'll be surprised how much of it is just having the right information given to you. And then acting on it, of course, but like, yeah. How long are we gonna wait? Are we gonna wait per frame? Because these coins need to update. They actually need to update every single frame. But object from pool. Yeah, this is gonna be a thing. This is gonna be a thing. Because I could just make the coins act on their own. And that'll be fine, I guess. And I'm just gonna have to fine tune the logic to make sure that the coins are disposing themselves at a faster rate than we're requesting them. Like 0.21 seconds. It's a good enough increment, I think. 4 seconds. Is this gonna be a float or is it gonna be a int type or long type? Is it doing the implicit cast? No, duration. Perfect. Floats. That makes me happy. I'm not sure what we're going to do on failure. We can just ignore it or something. I don't know. Or just continue. Actually, no, we're not going to continue. We're just going to... Honestly, we're not going to handle this error case at all. If we exhaust our pull, we're just going to keep trucking along and it's going to be fine. What do you think about coding with AI? I've talked a bit about it. I'm not going to really talk about it right now, though. Find an ASMR fanatic and you're set, my boy. Like for what exactly? Keyboard, also language. I'm using Ergodox. Here you go. Ergodox keyboard, and I'm using C#, and we're using Writer and Unity. Yeah, this is what we're gonna do. I think the easiest thing to deal with right now would be target and then speed, and then we're just gonna be doing can't type right now. Update. And then we're going to do just transform dot no. I know you're trying to be smart, but no. Vector3 dot clerp. And speed is really just going to be percent per second. Anyways, then we're going to do transform dot position. It's our starting point. Target is our end point. And then speed times time by delta time. Okay, perfect. And then if the difference between these three which is going to be, I mean, it doesn't really matter. Start minus transform dot position is like less than, I don't know, 0.1, let's say. Then we're going to return this object to the pool. Cool. And now with C, we can just do C dot set target, and then we're going to do, where is it? Collected coins. Where is there's a UI element. Coin counter container dot position. And we're going to do like maybe 10% per second, and this should produce the desired effect. We're not doing this coin listing anymore, which I'm actually kind of happy with. And yeah, this should be good, I think. This should be good. This is good news, Mark, good news. And we also have to add another disposable here. That's fine. We can live with that. Right here, there we go. I'm gonna check chat right now, guys. 1 second. Sorry, I get a little focused sometimes. To observable. Okay, and subscribe. And we should do just to be safe. Yeah, we do that there too. Perfect. Okay, we're good. I think this might just work. I mean, I have to set the resources in the correct spot, but I think we're good there, man. Really glad that my day off is also when I get paid. Let's go, Draco. Big payday, dude. Trying to drop some big money on important things. Like, I don't know. What is important to people? Fortnite skins. Yep. Hijack, instantiate, and destroy. In the very old days, it was too prohibitive to even ask the drive to serialize destroy. So you hunted them off and away from the camera by saying 20,000 upwards. Wait, what? It was so prohibitive to even ask the drive to serialize destroy. What do you mean serialize destroy? So you shunted them off and away from the camera. Oh, like you didn't deallocate them, you just moved them out of frame. I see.
Like, you mean like freeing that allocated space from the heap was too expensive, so it's better just to keep it and just keep it off screen?
Yeah, I feel that. I mean, that's how the object pooling I'm doing works. I never deactivate, or I never destroy them. They just remain hidden somewhere, or just deactivated. That's all we do. I kind of just like that approach in general too, because even nowadays, like free and malloc are both expensive operations. Yeah, computers have gotten faster and everything, but it's still like, you know. So I prefer just like allocating everything up front for the application that I foresee ever needing. And just like operate that way. Never spent a cent on Fortnite, and I haven't spent money on Genshin Impact. Oh no. Oh no. He's not conforming. I'm not gonna comment this out. Okay, let's set the asset here to where it needs to be. Zenless Zone 0, Snake Woman might be worth it. Snake Woman. Coin. Here you go. Here we go, Potter. Oh, you know what? This might be redundant because I think the pickup actually, if I'm not mistaken, do you actually... Sprite binder, yeah. So wait a minute. So what's this coin icon doing? Because it's not... That's a GIF. Oh, and here's a T-coin sprite. Oh, this gets a little bit more complicated. Am I going to animate this? I don't know if I'm going to animate this. I'm thinking we're just going to keep it static. I think we're going to be lazy boys and just have the coins be static. Yeah, I think we're just going to do that. Maybe make a version of it that's static. There we go. And you're going to be saved to resources T-coin. Still. Okay. And then within our... You're going to be T-coin still. Here you go. We're going to apply our pixel. Sprite preset, and then I think this should be just good to go. We're going to see if this actually works. Cool. Alright, let's just run it and hope for the best, dude. I didn't set the scale. Hopefully the scale's reasonable. If not, we're just going to have to deal with that. It's okay. Okay. Coin. Oh, come on, I need a streak. I need a streak. Give me a streak, dude. You can't do this to me. Did I set it to like 50? There's no way. Not in this level. Or maybe on this level. No. I need to test a feature game. No! No! Come on. No! Alright, we're gonna have to lower the streak limit to be able to actually test this out. I'm really happy with that timer though. That timer feels really official. But no, let's actually make this a bit easier for me. What is that? I need a 40 count? Yeah, no, we're not doing that. We're gonna do 20. That seems much more reasonable. Damn, I don't know how you work on a screen, on one screen like that. I need 3 for buffer, UI, and notepad for my memory. I mean, i3 makes it very easy, man. i3 makes it, I wouldn't be able to do this if I was like on Windows. If I was on Windows, like, I wouldn't be able to work the same way. I mean, I do have like side monitors right here, but that's more for just streaming. So one's OBS and the other one's for chat, but for development, all a man needs is just one monitor. I think on Windows is actually not that bad. You can do like Alt-Tab to switch between stuff, and then you can have workspaces as well. So it's not actually that bad, but i3 is just such a nice convenience. It's not doing the thing. Why is it not doing the thing? Why are you not doing the thing? You should be doing the thing, but you're not. So why art thou not doing what my bidding is? Let's see if I didn't do. Maybe it might be as simple as I just didn't. Maybe I have to set it active? Maybe that's the issue? I suppose that. Maybe I need to set it to like, what is a position on screen that I actually want this to originate from? Actually, you know what? Maybe we don't need to do the camera inverse thing. Maybe we can just use, what is it? Where's, I know I have text somewhere, streak count, there we go. So we activate it, we set the start pose, and that should just work, hopefully. Let's also be extra secure, and let's set the scale of it too to make sure it's actually visible. Visible. Oh, you know what? We get the sprite, but we never do actually assign it to raw image, do we? So maybe it's also just invisible. Yeah, that'll do it. Okay. I like how the score font is just plain print. Yeah, it is right now, Jocko. We're gonna fix it at some point, but right now your boy just needs to get things functional. My company forces Windows on me. So much security. Tragic. Yeah, it's stuttering in the beginning. I don't know. I have to figure out what's going on there. You can always try using the subsystem. I'm not seeing the thing happen. I'm not seeing my bidding be done. It's making me very sad. Darn you, I need coins. Yes. More. What? Okay, is it at least doing the, if not, then maybe it's... Let's see here. Okay. No, the score isn't being affected at all, and I'm not seeing anything visual happen. So that's no good. I should actually like look in the inspector and see if what's actually going on under the hood, but I don't know, dude. Pad and a fake weight by zooming towards the player MacGuffin at the start to reduce jitter. Yeah, I mean, honestly, a lot of this loading stutter is probably going to be happening when you start the game. So by the time you actually get into gameplay, they shouldn't be happening. I'm suspecting that one of it is that we're doing a computationally intensive thing with converting some textures into a level data format, which is a pretty significant operation, which I imagine is causing that slowdown. That should actually happen at the very beginning of the game, not here, but so I'm assuming it's that, but there's two slowdowns that happen, and I'm not sure what the second one is. I need to see what's going on there. Also, when did the for loop get moved there? That's weird. Let's see what happens. Is that true? Speed time per second. Equals what, 64 I'm thinking? Alright, we're going to try this once. In fact, we're going to make it even simpler. I don't need to have... I'm going to make it where we just need to have like 10 for a stack bonus. No, that's the wrong thing. I need to go to... right here. I'm going to change it to like 10, just to easily test this out. Okay, you start up. Oh, this level's terrible. It's not going to do, I should have a restart button. Okay. Okay. So what's happening here? No exceptions, good. Object pools. We have the coin visuals container. None of them are active. None of them are activated. So that's a no good. If I were to activate one, how would it look on screen? So even if it was activated, I wouldn't see anything. It appears. Oh, there's something enforcing that it be deactivated next frame. That's weird. Okay, whatever. Let's set this to a scale of like 64 and see if that helps at all with visibility. Not seeing it. Is it an orientation issue? Does it need to have a material? Is that what's going on here? I thought ROM images didn't require that, but maybe they do? No? This alpha set to 1. Oh, is it because it's not a child of the canvas renderer? Oh, it's not a child of the canvas renderer, so we have to, we would have to actually reparent this into here. Geez, did I make like a really robust system for this? It's like checking to make sure that it's enforcing its parenthood or parentage. It's like, no, I refuse to not be a child of my parent. It's very loyal. That's very okay, this is strange though. I don't know what's the deal with this. I guess maybe I just do need a... unlit. I don't know what's the material to use here. Come on, give me a... Okay, sprite default. Yeah, that's not changing anything. I'm not seeing anything here. Yeah, this is odd. You're not ready to cast target. I don't know what you're doing, dude. I'm not sure what's going on here. Also, was that a Discord ping? A Discord ping. Hey, it's Nabil. 1 second. What is dude doing? 1 second, let me read a DM real quick. And we're gonna get back. Wait 1 second, guys. Alright, guys, do you know what's the issue? Wait, what? 1 second, guys. I'm confused by this issue. This is like weird. I have mechanisms for handling this object pooling reparenting thing, but I'm not sure how well this is gonna work. What the rendering issue is. The jank thing I could do is just render this in world space and then override it. Can I call in on this new mic, Focusrite? 1 second. That's it. I'm on stream right now, but I can call after. One second, guys. What's going on, Fishy Zoomer? I'm coding the Roaring Knight fight, but it's a platformer and you play as Kara, almost done coding all the attacks, then need to finish sprites. I'm doing a game maker. Let's go, dude. Let's go, man. I'm glad to see you cracking at it, dude. If you ever have some videos, feel free to post it, dude, and in the Discord. Godot has terrible jitter issues with shaders at the start of the engine loading up. When I ran Unity for work, I never relied on the first 120 frames or so. Yeah, this is normal when you made everything from scratch. You use the first load and view as if it was a preview of a part of the game called the exciter screen. Oh, okay. An exciter screen. I should probably look into that. Yeah, I think we're gonna be hiding a ton of fat. We're gonna be hiding a ton of fat in in there. Maybe not a ton. There's one task I have, which is to move computation. Oh, you know what, actually? I'm not sure if I'm doing this big computation thing up front. Yeah, I'm not sure if we're doing this computation at the spot I thought it was. I don't know. Pausing. Game over buttons can be pressed multiple times. I think I've probably addressed this. Make level transitions look good. No, we haven't done that. Okay, let's try seeing what the issue is here. Let me see what the issue is here. Honestly, I almost suspect that we're not even calling this event, or this event's not being invoked somewhere. There's a bunch of things that should be happening. One of which is just the poolable objects becoming activated, but yeah, it's not indicative of that. Game view UI. And we have this event. Where is the event? Game over. Fade 0 to 1. Slide elements. That's game over. Where is the on coin? Coin update. And then on shriek ended. And this is going to be invoked here. We receive this shriek event, shriek ended. I subscribe to it. It should immediately invoke. And we're going to subscribe to... Is this like super roundabout? Do I need to do this turducken of subscriptions? I don't think I need to, actually. That's funny. I just heard the Windows sound from my other machine. A lot of automata studies lies outside the realm of current stolen generative AI, e.g. pathfinding is a big space. Interesting, I didn't know about that. Love the vibe, dude. Thank you, Verd ASMR. I'm glad you dig it, man. That's the goal here, is that this could be a chill place. If only that. M streak started. Hull health updated. Streak started, streak ended. We can convert this into an observable. No, because this is a separate unitask. Yeah. This is streak ended invocation, which shouldn't be happening like every single frame. It's only happen at one distinct event. I mean, let's look where it's being invoked though, just to be safe, but expose on streak end, we pass in our message. Add to game object. Okay. So then let's look at where you are invoked. Yeah, you're published here. Oh, we don't pass in all the information that's required though. Oh, so that might be part of the issue. What else is there? That's all there is. Okay, cool. Streak count and then stacks. We're not using the streak count, but we are using the stacks. Okay, hopefully that's the issue here. I'm hoping that's the issue. Otherwise, it's gonna be a bad time, but yeah. Streak count, game object set active false. Is streaking is set to false. Total count is equal to edit stacks times stack bonus. Start position there. Okay. This feels more optimistic. I feel good here, actually. So let's try this out. Yes, 6 setup. Thank you, Reese. I'm glad you dig it. Yeah. Even with all the coding stuff, y'all can't follow along with it, which is totally reasonable. I at least want to have like a nice relaxed space for people to hang out in. Okay, we have to force a recompilation. Re-import. Check something. Free content. Yeah, we could talk about stream. Probably going to bed around 2 a.m. Okay, sweet. Oh, you're trying to... Okay, 1 second. Oh my goodness, no. We're not gonna... Okay, there we go. Okay, let's see if this works. I'm not seeing the effect happen. Let's... One more time. No, it's not happening. Interesting. Okay, let's get to... Come on, give me another streak. Another streak. Come on, baby. Streak. Streak time. No! Okay, it should have happened. It should have happened by this point. Actually, what am I doing this? I could just log. In fact, we should just be doing this. In fact, we can do this. What are we going to say? We're going to say object. And then we're going to say no here. Yeah, this is what professional debugging looks like, guys. You just see how I did... You just see my breakpoints implementation in the C project. It's like so terrible. It's so bad, dude. What's in the cup? It's just water. I'm a simple man. I only drink really water and milk, maybe some coffee in the morning, and maybe some apple juice in the evening. Cause we like to live dangerous. All right, this should be good to go, I think. Yeah, this should be good to go. And then let's actually check to see the amount too. We're gonna print out here and we're gonna say I'm trying, and then we're gonna put our count, which is gonna be total coin count. Okay, cool. Now let's see how this works out. Let's start this re-import process. Code review, a team breaks through the window and the lead commander starts fixing commits, code swatted. Wait, what happened? Code review, a team. Code review. A team breaks through the window and the lead commander starts fixing commits. I see what you're saying. Like code SWAT. A SWAT team. Oh, I still have some milk there. Come on. Now. Perfect. Perfect. Oh my goodness. Okay. Let's exit. Go back in. Press play. Please, oh please. Okay, we for sure should have a streak there. And we don't. On release has been called, actually, now that I think about it, because the thing went away. And then the object happened. I'm trying 80. So the objects are being constructed, they're being shown. They should be pulled from the pool. So this code is being ran. We are running through this path. Cool. I'm willing to bet that this is an issue with our the fact that this is not a child of the canvas element. Do I have something here for allowing reparenting? This is like all just annoying, not real complexity. Let's get back in pause module, time dilation coefficient, original parent, initialize, activate, return to pool. So active false, yeah. Oh, we never call activate either. We should probably do that. Reset parent transform. Okay. Something isn't enforcing this parenting thing, but whatever. Let me just go back to here. We don't do this. We actually have to do activate. That's what we're supposed to be calling. We activate the game object. We do all our transform manipulation. We do c.setParent. No, transform.setParent. And then we're going to do what are we going to be using? I mean, you can use anything really. We just need to return the parent afterwards. Or I guess maybe not, I don't know. Let's just use dot transform dot parent dot parent. Okay, maybe not that deep. And then within coin visuals, this return to pool. Yeah, original parent, perfect. Beautiful even. Splendid. So we actually don't have to worry about that. So let's try re-import and we're gonna run it again. I'll see myself out, thanks. You're good, Bone Circuit. Dude, you're good. Come on. Okay, you run. Okay, streak end. Oh! That's a lot of coin. Okay, but that's good. That's something different. That's something different. I like that. Okay, so it was the parent. That was the issue. Which means we can get rid of this. Get rid of this whole debug log stuff. Get rid of this. And the size is too big. So we're going to set you to like 16, I think. Actually, maybe more. Maybe like just 8 at most. And they're going to see how this looks. And hopefully the coins do not encapsulate the entire screen. We're also going to have to increment the UI as well. We'll deal with that when we deal with that. Just want this game done, man. We're so close. So close. Okay, come on. Comically large. But functionally working. So, yeah, it's still a little too big. Maybe just 1 is fine, actually. Or maybe 2 is fine. And we also have to do something about the... Because the UI isn't incrementing the text thing. And that's because it's only listening for one particular event. Let's slide. Here's where all the events are happening. So we have the streak started, all health updated, streak end, pick up coins, here we go. Here we go. New stack. Oh, right here. Here we go. So here we actually do the updating of text. Yeah, we need to update this. Or maybe move it into... Oh my goodness, this would be such a annoying thing. But we have to do it, I think. I think it's going to be better if I actually make a specific... set coin count. Actually, I'm glad I architected it this way because now I can modify this directly and it could be divergent from the source of truth and it's fine. So this is not tech debt, guys. This is an architectural decision. This is a choice I made. This was big brain, 5-head thinking. You just don't understand it yet. What am I gonna do? Because this is like... I don't want this to be... Right now we have this variable called collected coins. So the way this function would work is that you have to manipulate the value here and then call this function to update the representation of that. I don't like that. I think I'd rather just like bundle them together and be like, hey dude, new coin count. Or actually just increment, really. Because then this becomes collected coins plus equals coin increment. This becomes coin increment. And then now, instead of doing this, we just do m.value. And voila, splendid. And then this very thing is going to work just the way I want to when we do the on-streak end. Because then over here, we just do, we have to do something here. This is like the lazy way of doing it, but whatever. I don't care. I mean, I kind of care, but I'm not gonna try to architect this in a better way. We're already in the land of object orientation. Who cares? We're fine. We can deal with an action. Cool. And we're going to do set coin count. 1 is going to be our increment. And this is fine. The parameterless lambda expression. We're happy there. Perfect. Okay, I think this should work pretty well. Alright, let me catch up. Stonks. What's going on, Kai? Yeah, we're big stonks right now. Man, you're so cool. I thank you, man. I still remember middle school when programming was like the lame thing. How the tables have turned. But yeah, I appreciate it, man. The 2D magnetic function can save a lot of headache here as the player moves around a tractor radius. Oh yeah, it can reduce the need for precision. Maybe I can make that like a chip ability where it's like, hey, if you use this, you're just gonna collect coins. That'd be a cool idea, actually. How long have you been working on it? On this game? It was supposed to be a 3-week project, but we're on like 6 months in real time. In terms of days I've worked, it's like 100-ish days of work on this. Yeah, we're gonna get... I see the finish line. I see it. We're getting so close. I just, you know... What can I say, man? I'm kind of a perfectionist. But hey, dude. Hopefully the quality shows. Hopefully people enjoy it. And then hopefully I can start working on some other stuff. More ambitious projects. Okay, so let's go to... Okay, the streak ends. Uh-oh. Null reference exception. Is it happening every single frame? Oh no. Okay, where's the null reference exception? Coin visuals. Really? This is null? How is it being null if it's not? Okay, whatever. We can do invoke. That's wrong though. This should not be null, but whatever. Yeah. Who here knows Messy Mansion? Yeah, Draco. Draco, you're old school. You're old head, man. You know. You were there during the Messy Mansion days. A cool 3D. I don't know, Messy Mansion's be crazy, because I'm legitimately... guys, like, I have this project, and it's super far along. Let me find it. There's actually 2 projects that are really far along in Unity. that I wrote in Unity, and I've like I've done significant like this is before I had implemented cast shadow lighting. We're using our own lighting model. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that I'm doing that are very like engine level-esque stuff for like for this project. So this messy mansion, but high key guys, I feel very tempted to just rewrite this game in my own engine from the ground up. Like, we're not gonna do what we're doing with the ASCII engine where we're actually writing everything minimal libraries. We're gonna use some significant libraries to do this. I'm not that crazy, but I legitimately, I feel just like I'd rather just, there's a lot of sentimental value to this project. And the more I do stuff, the more I'm like, I don't want Unity's hands to be in this. I want this to all be me, baby. All me, full control. Like, not only is the game gonna be its own art, but also the code is its own little personal art piece that only I'm gonna care about. And it has like the whole cleaning mechanic there. It's gonna be much more involved though. I mean, is it though? I mean, it is, but is it though? Like, cause like, on the one hand, it's kind of more involved to rewrite it. On the other hand, though, think about it this way. I am not gonna do what I'm currently doing, which is like writing my own libraries for everything. I'm gonna use some basic stuff to get me going there. And the way I have it, like the way I'm thinking about it is that like the code, I'm gonna rely on external tools probably, or maybe I will make my own editor. I don't know. We'll see. We're gonna see how I feel after this project. I just don't want to be tied to anything. I want to have full control over all levels of this. Like, I'm just in general, a control freak of a... Oh, I know what's going wrong here. I never assigned this. Whoopsie. I thought I assigned it, but I didn't. But yeah, I'm becoming more and more of a control freak, dude. You built a game engine? Yeah, I've done a few like little tiny projects. I have to like pay for my C-Line license right now, so I can't run it. But yeah, I've done a few. I've done a couple of different engine projects at different levels. There's one. The most recent one is like a fully software rendered 3D ASCII rendering game. The one before that was like a 2D Mega Man style game, and the editor I wrote for it was like using Vim motions and stuff like that. It was meant like all the tooling was designed to be very much focused on like not having to exit the terminal, or like not having to exit like my home row for my keyboard setup. Nice. The coins seem a little too big though. But yeah, like even the text, the level format, like I could use the Vim styled level editor I wrote, or I can just manually edit the levels directly. Oh, it doesn't work. Or the target doesn't change. I have to make some sound effects for this, so that each little thing is like a little ding that you hear. How much do we have going on? How much was that, dude? 200 already. I need to make some more music too. I want to have some game over music. Because right now it's just the music of the game. Oh, I should have the number like. Yeah, there's some more ideas for this. Yeah, I should expand this or have an attractor thing like you mentioned, Bone Circuit. I think we'll have like just a normal attractor, but then you can have one that super amplifies everything. Jeez, okay. Yeah, this is good though. This is coming together. Little by little, it's coming better and better together, dude. Game board manager. Yeah, the reason I'm thinking, cause like the Vim styled editor, dude. Do you understand linear interpolation? Like in general, yeah. Why do you ask about linear interpolation? A geometric function can save a lot of, yeah. Attractor and repulsion and gravity can be used in a lot of places. This is so cool. It makes me want to take up coding again. You should do it, Snake. You do it, man. You should do it for fun. Try doing something cool for yourself. Just enjoy it, man. You don't gotta do coding to be like, dude, I'm learning how to code so I can ace the interview and get a 6-figure job and get I don't know, a 6-foot wife. I don't think that's how that works. 6-figure job, 6-foot wife. Anyways, 6 cars. Nah, man, just code for fun, dude. Don't put pressure on yourself. Just enjoy it, man. I mean, that's where you learn. Like all my learning has been like through failures. Last stream we were talking about file formats and the fact that you have to like you should really make sure you put like a version number at the top of it. How do you think I learned that lesson? I mean, I saw other people and thankfully I did practice it and I learned how important it is. Because right now there's like a file format that's used in a particular industry that I wrote that's like terrible, and now I have to just live with it. But at least the door's open that I can actually fix it down the line. It's not stuck there. Okay, industry sounds like way too large. It's just being used. There's a file format that's being used, and now I'm like, it's there, it's stuck. But at least there is hope that I can rectify that error one day. If you didn't do that, though, there's no hope. You're just kind of GG, dude, depending on how you encode information into it. I think it needs to secondary pickup items next, like power-ups or some underlying objective. Yeah. I mean, there is an objective. You're just trying to get, like, it's a casual game for mobile. You're just trying to get as far as you can and collect as much coins as you can. But, yeah, there's more stuff to do. We're getting there. Little by little, little by little. I was doing something, wasn't I? I was doing something. Right, I wanted to change the size. Shop data. It's going to be in game view. And it's going to be in here. Yeah, I think not only is 2 too much, I think it has to be like 0.5 scale. I think that should be the correct size. And then honestly, we're not going to deactivate this streak count. That's going to happen at the very end here. Instead, streak count, you're going to be text is going to be equal to the total coin count. Actually, because we're iterating through this, So I shouldn't mutate it. Yeah, so we have this, and then we set this coin count copy to string. Splendid. And in here, actually it doesn't matter, we're just always going to do this. We're going to do coin count copy minus minus, and then we're going to do update the text, and then we're gonna be good to go. Have you tried F sharp? No, but I heard I know some stuff about it. I know there's some features from F sharp that are included in C sharp, but I haven't actually dived into it. I'm not a particularly functional oriented kind of guy. Is it raining? No, just fireplace sounds. Music go down. Okay, we have to die actually. We have to die. You have to fix the collision too. We have to like not allow that. My niece was not happy at all with being able to go through the environment. She's like, that's wrong. I was like, oh, it's fine. You know it's wrong. Just avoid it. It does damage to you, right? Just be better. But no. Come on. I need coins, dude. Okay, there we go. We got a streak going on, baby. Okay. Okay, those coins are tiny now. But hey, it's cool that you can see how much you had and see it get awarded. What is this? A coin for ants? Is this a coin for ants? This is definitely one of the best YouTube. Thank you, dude. I appreciate it, man. I try. I'm new to Stream and new to Unity. Which IDE are you using? I'm using Rider right now. I'm using Rider. It's IDE by JetBrains. Shout out to my boy Nabil for putting it on my radar a long time ago. And then a coworker of mine named Jojo who got me, who eventually pushed me over the edge. I haven't looked back since. What are we doing here? Right, the size, too small. So I guess we're just good with vector 1. I guess we don't even have to set it, but I guess to be super safe, we're just gonna do vector 1 and be happy about that. What's the white bar on your left? Thrust? Yeah, it's just like how much are you gassing the engine, you know? How much gas you're putting into it, or better yet, it's indicating how much to your maximum speed you reached. So if you're at like midpoint, you're at 50% of your maximum speed, and if you're at all the way at the top, then you're flying at your maximum top speed. I might move that somewhere else though. Because honestly, with your hands and on mobile, it kind of gets cut off, so I'm not sure how important of a metric that is. I don't know. Maybe we can communicate that with something different, like, I don't know, maybe speed lines or something. Okay, better size. We're happy with this. Let's see what we have right now. In fact, let's commit our progress right now. Actually, let's look at this. Added. What did we add? Coin. Streak bonus. I feel like we did something else. I can't remember what it was. Coin visuals, shop data. I guess that's what it is though, the coin bonus thing. Oh yeah, git push Berg, because we use code Berg. Sweet setup, thank you, Snack Foods. Kai, I finished up what I needed from the networking course, by the way, and I started running my own VPM labs for practice. Let's go, dude. Kai, you're prepared to navigate the seven seas as a techno digital pirate. That's sick, dude. I really want to spend some time and set up my own network infrastructure here. Ideally, I'd want to have like a machine, like a personal server that's like hosting my own Git repositories, as opposed to relying on external services and setting up my own CI/CD pipeline. But I guess CI is not as important. I mean, it is important, but I don't know. I think it's way more important when there's other people you're working with. Hey, Fireboy. Hey, glad to have you here. Come to the server. Pardon me. Let's go back to our little to-dos. So now we did this and we implemented stacks. The last thing we need to do is add nice proper visuals and and sounds. We need to have a top-notch looking game. Make level transitions look good. Yeah, that's important at some point, but we'll do that later. Change health to hearts we did, but we have to make them look good. Also, maybe have the hearts like shake when you get to low health. There's a bunch of little game feel stuff we can be doing. Yeah, we have to do collision. Use actual collision. Would you build it from scratch or just deploy an open source one? Git is pretty easy to set up with Mac Mini and Tailscale. I'd probably use ForJeho for setting stuff up. I know I could probably just set up a Git server directly, but I don't know. If I ever expand my operations, which I kind of want to, like I think if I get significant money from this, there is an idea of like maybe I can do it full time. But I think I'd rather like what I'd like to do is like be able to take on interns and actually pay them proper money, and then like have them work on stuff either on projects with me where I can like actually do mentorship, because like mentorship is not a really, you don't have mentorship, and like the best kind of mentorship is when you're actually working on the project with the person, because then you're tackling a shared context that actually has repercussions. It's a better way to learn. And it's a better way for you as a mentor to see where they're at as well, directly by like reviewing their PR. So, yeah, I'd like to do that. I'd like to get on some students, and like the goal is not to squeeze productivity out of them. It'd be faster for me to implement stuff of my own, or I think it'll be cool to have some actual opportunities to help people who want to get into programming. What am I doing? Oh yeah, ForJeho. But yeah, so the reason for that though is if I do expand my operations, I do want to have something that has like some nice mechanisms for handling PR reviews and management and all that kind of stuff. Codeberg uses ForJeho, and it works they use a version of it, and I like Codeberg. It's pretty nice. I think a lot of my projects are on there actually, if you guys want to access stuff like that. like my i3 configs as well as like the other ASCII projects, the Cozy ASCII engine thing. Finding mentors are difficult. Yeah, they are. They are. Would you build it from scratch? Or okay. What would fit what you're looking for perfectly? What are you talking about? Are you talking about Git? Yeah. I also dig Team Cities is a great recommendation to Bill. Yeah, I dig Team Cities. Jenkins cool too. Jenkins much more beefier. Yeah, we have to see. We have to set up some stuff. Okay. What have we achieved today? Quite a bit. Do I want to push the limit? What else is there? Yeah, there's this stuff to deal with. We're not doing the sine wave level gen algorithm. Wrecking ball, we're not dealing with that. Yeah, there's a lot of old stuff. Yeah, we're not going to use the entity buffer. Okay. In playing this game, let's also design new shop view. As you know, we have like a nice little scene for our main menu they can interact with. And I'm going to change it though. I don't like the way it currently is. I still want to keep that diegetic kind of approach, but I think the current presentation's not right. That presentation ain't right. So I need to redesign, but this is like a design. This is requiring, I can't do any implementation changes until I actually finish my design requirements first, so we're gonna have to do that. What are some other tasks? There's the game overview. Yeah, we want to do that. Design new, game overview. No, not overview, overview. In fact, I should emphasize game over together as one word. Music. What else is needed for this game? I want to add an intro screen. I think we're going to do that. And again, we need some music for that. What else is needed? I could add a credits thing, but I don't know. Maybe I'll add a credits, maybe I won't. Oh, right, the buddy system. Yeah, that's a big one. Add the buddy system. This is a particular request from my niece, so we're going to add the buddy system to the game. I think it's important. Have actions if you want to have set up some CI/CD for other people to use. Yeah, I think I should. I have to check though. I haven't investigated that much. Bro, just like a pirate, I want us to learn the Kali tools ASAP and get into bug bounties, especially after all the recent Linux kernel exploits found. I'm pumped to get into it. Let's go, Kai. Shoutouts to Kai, guys. Give a round of applause. We got our own resident pirate, white hat hacker, who's gonna be pushing forward software quality, which is exciting. Yeah, I struggle with finding mentors. Yeah, mentors are difficult. Honestly, I kind of want to offer mentorships, but the thing is, like, I don't know how beneficial of me being available to people. I mean, maybe it is. Maybe I'll have like office hours in the Discord. Like maybe one day a week where like for an hour or two, I'm just in the VC in general, and it's like focused on mentorship stuff. Ooh, what do you got for me to Bill? 1 second. PC running Zima OS. It lets you install Docker images as one-click apps. Combine this with Cloudflare tunneling, and you could have apps like Git available outside your network in like 5 minutes. That is pretty sick, actually. That looks really nice too. There's a NAS that I think uses the same OS, actually. Interesting. But yeah, what do you guys think? Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll make a new channel. Like there's general and then there's like office hours. Not officer hours, office hours. Yeah, if that's something you guys like, we can do that. Maybe I'll do one this, I need to figure out the day then. Microtransaction skins for the tots, oh my goodness, yeah. Let's try to get the kids into gambling as soon as possible. Yeah. That's what Chuck E. Cheese dreamed of. That's what Chuck E. Cheese dreamed, was getting the kids into gambling. In fact, I'm surprised. Like, it would make so much sense for there to be a parent company, and like you have on one end Chuck E. Cheese, which is like getting people into the pipeline, and then you have the other company they own, which is like a casino, and then like at the very end you have another company specialized in like senior retirement living bingo events or something. That way you can get the gambling from cradle to grave. Like that's if we didn't care about morality, but hey man, that's never stopped CEOs before, right? Hey, what's going on, Colin? Glad to have you here. Might need a separate PC for TeamCity Build Agent. Yeah, I mean, I ran the TeamCity's Build Agent locally on my main machine, which for me is fine, but I think I'm leaning more towards having a separate server at my house, especially just to have ease of like being able to access it on the go. Okay, guys, it's 11:45. I do have work in the morning, but I think we could do like an hour of gaming or something, or maybe like at least like 30 minutes of gaming. Art build clone I'm running on my server. Hey, that's pretty sick actually. What is this you got going on here? Wait, what is this? I have to look at this more. I don't know what that is exactly. If you want to have a setup, some CIs, okay, yeah, for other people to use, yep. A new team called Team Yellow uses AI and cyber. Thanks for the show. My branch manager needs a walk. I'm sorry, what? Do you dev for work or just a hobby? I do both, work and hobby. Work for dev and hobby. Oh yeah, we have to also let's add this to do as well. Implement autosave. I'm pretty sure my application should just have it out the box working, but I don't know. I wrote those unit tests a long time ago, and then there has been some significant architectural changes, so I don't know. I also might just like write my own. I wrote a very general purpose save system, but I don't know. Maybe I won't do that. Hour ahead of you, bro, so I'll catch you later. You have a good one, man. Thanks for popping in, Kai. Colin King, are there any books you read that helped you learn game dev? Not particularly. There's books that like, okay, I'll give you there's books that you're gonna have to learn. There's things that you're gonna have to learn because it's kind of la lingua franca, right? So like, here, let me grab them. Yeah. So, the two ones I'd probably recommend is Elements of Reusable Object-Oriented Software. Object-oriented programming is kind of a thing. It's widely used everywhere. There's a lot of people who just dislike it, me included, or at least some commonly used components of it. Let's say that, right? But I think it's very important to know about this. It's going to help you, give you a bunch of different tools for how to architect certain problems, and it's also going to make you understand how other people's code bases, because like now you're not going to be just coming to this thing and it's like, oh, you can start recognizing common patterns that are used, right? So design patterns for reusable design patterns, elements of reusable object-oriented software. Very important to know about this kind of stuff just in general, and you're going to be applying it. Another one's clean architecture. Again, kind of not controversial. A lot of the things here do make sense, and I totally get it, and I apply it for the most part as well. Like always, there's always exceptions. Like the object oriented, like you're gonna learn this, and then you're gonna learn how to apply it, and then eventually you're gonna watch like a Casey Muratori video about clean code, bad performance, and then you're gonna start recognizing when to use this stuff and when not to use it. But you're not gonna be able to have that without having that underlying knowledge. So yeah, these are two books I'd recommend. They're just general purpose programming books, but I think they're very helpful. But you're going to learn the most by actually applying this stuff. And these books are by no means exhaustive. Like there's plenty of design patterns that are not included in that book, but it's going to get your brain going for a bit. So, yeah. That's the place to be, start. And then of course, like if you want to go low level or get a better understanding of like writing performing code, definitely check out Casey Muratori's work. He's a YouTuber. He has like a great to my understanding a great course as well, but he has great videos talking about different important elements of performant code. He also has a series called Handmade Hero, which is like going through the process of handwriting a code in C, or handwriting a game in C, and it's very cool because it gives you a lot more insight into decisions people make. It's pretty rad. I enjoy it. So hopefully that helps you out. Hopefully that's a benefit to you. So we have the game. Honestly, dude, I'm feeling a little tuckered out today. We'll do a game stream tomorrow probably. So yeah, let me do something. There's no any. This is your last chance to ask any questions, y'all, if y'all have any. And let me find a good Apple Tail music. I like that game's music. What do we have here? No, that's not the one I like. Here we go. What's your stream schedule? I have none, dude. Actually, no, I do have a semblance of a stream schedule. Usually I'm like in the evenings, Central Time. And usually I stream on like Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. That's kind of where I'm at. That's kind of my general schedule. Tuesdays and Thursdays I usually kind of, or at least Tuesdays I take off. Yeah, that's roughly how it is. I'll probably make a stream schedule at some point. Okay. Hopefully this time works for y'all. But yeah. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, it has been my pleasure to show the progress of the game so far. the game's getting closer to completion, guys. We're almost free, and we can start working on more novel. I like this game, but it's, you know, it was designed it was intended to be a very casual, simple game, and I want to do some complex stuff. So the ending's in sight. I'm excited. We're making something that at least I think is like pretty decent quality, and I'm glad I get to share the process with you guys. So yeah, as always, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. God bless, and until next time, stay cozy. Ta-ta.